From the heart of Moonshine Country comes a podcast so irreverent it'll make your grouchy grandma blush. The Overland Bonfire from Blue Ridge Overland Gear. Podcast about vehicle camping, overland gear, and long tangents about food. I'm hungry.
Our favorite tools for overlanding. Mine is a 1994 VCR, apparently.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the Overland Bonfire. I'm CT.
I'm still Matt.
And I'm Rick, as far as you're concerned.
We don't ask any further than that.
You don't need my government name.
So Rick, what are we going to talk about today?
So we threw out some, by the way, my buddy Kelso, Bushcraft Kelso, that is his. Like, he knows when somebody uses his government name, it's real. Like, a cop came to the door and did not say Kelso, and he's like, oh, okay.
He's not kidding.
Yeah, his truck had been stolen out of his driveway. It wasn't him that did anything wrong. So Matt Norman on IG
May or may not be his government name.
Yeah, we don't know Matt. We don't know that Matt. Wanted to know what our most used camp tools are: knives, hatchets, cooking gear, etc., so on and so forth. I love sharp things, so I feel like I should go last, or I may like.
You think you're just going to be a very long knife tangent?
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends. Like, what do you need
That's
to cut?
I mean, I can go first. If you guys are still thinking about it, I can come up
Yeah.
with some stuff.
So camp tools is the actual question, but you know.
So it's got to be tools. So I can't just say like coffee making equipment.
Well, no, that's kitchen. That's camp kitchen stuff.
Okay.
He included that.
Coffee making equipment. There you go. So like a jet boil, and the other accoutrement, and a good thermos.
What's your method though for camp coffee? Like, what's your preferred brewing?
Ever since I started doing those Starbucks instants for things, that's what I do. Because I don't camp that frequently, and so it hasn't made sense for me to like buy a bunch of stuff. But if I was gonna do it, I would do that, or actually those coffee in a bag.
Oh yeah.
Look pretty cool too.
Oh, the Folgers in a bag thing. Or well, there's probably better ones, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the Folgers is what I remember.
Bushcraft Coffee's coming out with one this fall.
Is
Like,
it?
It's supposed to be like just like their brewed coffee, so I'm pretty excited. We like
Oh.
their stuff.
I use a French press most of the time when I'm out.
We have adopted AeroPress like at home and on the trail
Oh,
because
wow.
we drink different coffee. Brandy does more decaf, and I do all the calf they take out of hers. I have them add it to mine.
Yeah, double cap.
Whitney and I do different coffee too, but the way we get around that is I wake up much earlier than she does and just use the same coffee maker.
But yeah, we use an AeroPress. It's super simple in camp. You know, jet boil, whatever. We have a hot kettle on the counter.
Oh, right, one of those hot water thingies.
Yeah,
we
I
have
mean,
one of those too. I think the girls use it for tea.
Like 30 seconds, you've got enough hot water for
Oh.
the AeroPress, and then I literally like pour it in the AeroPress, flip it over the mug that I use every single day.
I don't even know. My coffee kind of shows up, and I don't even know what it is most of the time. I do know we have one of the little, those little cup thingies.
Oh yeah. Oh, we were just talking about you got the not just the K cup, like you got.
No, that's the one I use.
Oh, okay. Because
The other one that's way too complicated for me.
Nespresso, the fancy.
Liz uses that, I guess.
Yeah.
But mine has a pot, and then it
So
has if I don't want to make a whole pot, I have the little cuppy thing.
So Liz is taking like a generator and her Nespresso out.
I don't know. I don't know what she's doing with that. She just got it recently, and she's very she likes it very much.
That rooftop tent rally. I really hope that's what goes down.
I'm not as yeah.
Wait, did you say Nespresso?
Nespresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a portable Nespresso?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's portable, but
Yeah, it's kind of like their version of K cups. I've heard really good.
Okay. Not a specifically camping version. Just
No.
a cake.
no. It's just what she uses on the. Oh no, that's not my camp tool. Yeah.
Okay.
sorry.
If your generator's strong enough.
I just got a little lost there. That's okay. That happens
Oh.
sometimes. No worries.
Yeah.
No, I mean I appreciate coffee in emergencies is good, but you should have bourbon.
Yeah.
Really, if shit goes sideways, you want rye or bourbon.
And back to CT's point. Now I'm not above some good instant, like or just instant. Like if I'm backpacking stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a coffee. I can substitute rye or bourbon for coffee if I had to.
Yeah.
Just in the woods especially.
Yeah.
I'm pretty like camp food is pretty easy for me because it's like I expect it's gonna suck at some degree compared to regular food, and I'm probably not gonna be out for forever, just like a couple of days. So I'm just like, yeah, this is what's happening. Sketchy looking burrito that got half dunked in the fridge water. Yeah, okay. we're
That's
we're gonna get through
that's
this.
not my experience with your camp cooking style. It's normally like, "Where's Jen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Where's
yeah,
Jimmy?" Like,
Where's somebody else who's gonna feed me?
See-
Okay, so let's go back to tools. For me, it'd be a long handle shovel.
yeah, full size shovel.
Full size shovel
Mm.
would be my like one of the few things that I want to go without
Yeah.
typically.
I've
I
had
mean,
the-
I could go down into sharp things probably pretty quickly, but I can do a lot with a long handle shovel,
Yeah.
a good long handle shovel. From get myself out to shelter to
yeah. No, I'm no offense to anybody out there, but I'm not a fan of the like shovels that break and fold and things like that. Like maybe a camp spade, like but if I really need to move some dirt and rock, my Craftsman fiberglass T-handled full size, like it's been on 3 different vehicles.
So the one that
GP.
GP Factor makes
Yeah.
as a kind of fold down
Mhm.
multi-tool ish shovel kind of project.
Yeah.
I think has some merit to it.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
more merit than most of the ones that I've seen.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Most of the stuff I've seen has been pretty disappointing.
Yeah. 'cause-
Or and when I say that, like I can break an anvil and I'm going to do things with it
Right.
you're not supposed to. I'm going to do things with it you should be doing with a full size spade.
Yeah,
And
but then
then I'm going to be really disappointed when it breaks, and it's
No.
really not its fault. It's mine. But I
Yeah.
mean, the GP Factor one,
Yeah.
not having used it, but having had hands on it, it's not one of those things. I think that if I was prying something that I shouldn't be with it, I think it holds
there's
together.
a version of that where the handle is also a hammer.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So they all are hammers, but
Yeah.
I think there's a 1-piece and a 2-piece. So you can get a solid one. And what I like about the GP Factor one is it's easy to mount flat. Because
Yeah.
that's the problem with like a lot of like full size,
Yeah,
garden
spades.
shovels. They don't.
Yeah.
They've got too much of a neck shape to them. They don't mount flat to things really well.
Yeah, they mount fine.
Yeah.
You'd be all right.
I can't get one in my camper roof. Like the spacing for where the grabbits would be, like you've either got to put the blade is going to be like wearing through the roof or hanging this far down. So I need to
Well, put it on the outside.
yeah, no, on the roof rack or something.
Yeah.
But I do like to keep like tools and stuff inside, just out of sight, out of mind, because I don't take stuff out or off the truck. But yeah, you're right. GP Factor.
I don't either, but
On that note, I will
I just
say
don't go where I think people are going to steal it.
that's a good point. Yeah. Like Walmart.
I even run into Walmart sometimes. If that's what they steal, like
Yeah.
I'd be happy. Like if
Um,
you're going to take shit out of my truck and you steal a shovel on the outside,
that's true.
thanks.
Low-hanging
Thanks
fruit.
for not getting serious about it, because there's so many other things that I don't want stolen out of the truck.
I will say something, a tool that I've really enjoyed using, and Trey Cash actually was the first person I ever heard like bring these up, is the military like Humvee toolkit that's made by Force Tool Company. They call it like the Max toolkit, but it's a council axe with the eye, like another eye, I should say, on the top.
This was one. I had one tool.
Council?
No, I'm just you're going down the path of multiple tools.
Well,
now.
so it's got like the
I
attachments.
feel
No,
like I
like
should
one
add,
tool?
like-
Favorite? No. But I
I thought we
like,
were picking a single.
yeah.
Oh, I had a couple things brewing. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was thinking like favorites, plural.
I didn't think
okay.
like single favorite. I didn't think that
Oh,
would make
because
a whole episode.
First off, for me, if we're talking about like bladed things, that's impossible. Can't do it. But Force Tool.
What is your favorite knife in the whole world? Answer now or die.
all of them. But I've used like the Matic and the pick on it a lot, and even there around our property, it has like the forced firefighting like rake, the really
Yeah.
heavy duty rake. Like that thing's handy. I was doing some cover crop recently. Dug the hole with the tractor, filled stuff back in with the tractor mostly, but then to level it out, got the force tool through the McLeod rake. That's what it's called, McLeod rake, and just knocked it.
So you need to practice more with your tractor, is what I just heard. So because getting off and running a rake, if I have a tractor, is
Yeah.
not something.
No, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no on switch to that rake. Did you know that?
No, but it's handy, and that does live in the truck full time. Like it's up inside the camper shell, and the attachments are in their little bag. So
Yeah, I prefer stuff with takes 2.5 gallons of gas at least. That's
Yeah.
my. Every tool should take at least 2.5 gallons of gas and have an on switch or have an on switch.
well, since
right?
Matt did since this other Matt did say knives, hatchets, and then comma cooking gear. If you did have to say bladed, like I know you got some stuff you keep in your truck full time that's sharp, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there's a machete in my truck all the time, an
Yeah.
LT Wright machete
Yeah.
that never leaves. And then I carry a small knife with
Yeah.
me. But the nice thing about that is you can kind of split wood with it. You
Mm.
can cut stuff down with it, you can do quite a, if
Yeah.
you could sub it for an axe 90% of
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, the
or a hatchet
LT's machete
90% of the
is
time.
very much a hatchet because it is not
Yeah.
your South American, 4 millimeter thick machete. Like
No,
it,
you're right. You could
it's got
use
some
it.
spine.
Right, you can use it as a pry bar. You can use
Yeah.
it. Right, that's a piece of equipment that I very rarely need it, but I don't ever leave home without it.
Yeah, they do a
'Cause
good job.
Its versatility is just
It's a machete for the eastern woodlands. Like
yeah. No, I would say that's pretty accurate. I mean,
Yeah.
you can clear a trail with it if you need to,
Yeah.
and like I said, you can split wood with it if you need to, and
yeah,
I like my Leatherman.
I can decapitate zombies with it if I need to.
Mm.
Thinking ahead.
not an LT one, but I was actually on a trip once where we were making a significant amount of tacos, and we realized we did not have like an appropriate tool for spatula.
You do, right? You have a machete.
Totally use the machete.
Yeah. No, right. There's so many things that
That's
absolutely.
glorious. I hope
Hold-
you're
hold
on
it in the
camera
middle.
on that.
Hold it in the middle.
Yeah.
You're slicing potatoes with it. I
Mhm.
mean, it just covers so many.
You can stir several pounds of ground beef with a machete and divvy it up on some tacos.
Right. And one road flare and a machete.
You're right.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
a different
you can
episode.
start-
right.
Or that's every
I mean, I'm
episode.
just saying. You can.
That's some season finale stuff right
well,
there.
I mean, you're not winning. You're not. For sure, you can inflict some fear and.
Yeah. Now, CT, I will say, in terms of everyday carry, where for a lot of people that does not mean the same things every day. You are dedicated to the Leatherman. Like that's is it,
Yeah,
you leave
and
the
I
house
like,
without
and
it?
I had tried several things. Like I tried this straight blade knife for a while, a couple different times, and it would just fall out or just kind of,
yeah.
or it was a little bit big or whatever.
Oh,
And
no,
this was just small enough.
You gotta get this. This is the fucking. That's the key, man. That sucker
Okay.
never falls out, never goes anyplace.
Yeah, if I had a Kydex like that, that might have swayed me.
I'm in love with
Never
this
had
thing.
one.
And for the listeners that aren't watching on YouTube,
Yeah,
Matt's
sorry,
rocking,
James Gibson.
Yeah,
I
James
don't know
Gibson
what this is, but
teaches and trains with Essie, but one of his customs. I think he calls that the Talon.
Okay, yeah, you got a Talon as well.
Yeah,
right?
I've got one I've had for several years.
daily carry. This is what it would be.
Yeah. I have a lot of knives, even in that size range, but it will take a really long time, I think, for any other one. Even if I stop carrying it right now, to surpass that one on just days carried. It's way up in the hundreds of how many days it's. And I'm just like you, Matt, right here, 1 o'clock, horizontal on the belt.
Yeah, it's
It
just out of the
disappears.
way.
Yeah,
It's
that
just-
horizontal on the belt thing would really
Yeah.
make a difference.
it is. That was a game changer for me.
Yeah.
Not carrying.
And
it
that
down,
Warncliffe,
carrying it
because
across.
it's utility. It's you can
Yeah.
boxes and rope pop those.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No. Again, it's been pretty. I just recently sharpened its dull as shit again, but I need to get better about sharpening more often.
I wouldn't want to cut up 1,000 potatoes with it, but for an
Yeah.
do it all blade.
Yeah,
I use it for everything.
I do get a lot of use out of my pliers.
Yeah, no, you're Leatherman. Like I said, for pure consistency, I don't think I've ever seen you in the shop without on your belt.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I've always got some sort of mid-size fixed blade. Usually keep the multi-tool in my EDC pouch that's either in the truck or in my bag.
I never have a multi-tool.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've got, screwdrivers and stuff in the truck, but if I need to, ironically, I usually use it to tighten up a screw in a Kydex sheath. That's what my multi-tool is used for. And then in the truck, yeah, I mean, I have a dedicated truck knife, an SC3 that just lives there.
Maybe I should try a multi-tool. I've never gotten behind it.
Mm.
That's part of my everyday carry.
Get one of the smaller ones. If they're too big, they just you don't want to carry it.
And I will say I've been tempted by the Leatherman's magnetic series, the P series, that all the locks are magnetic and it's truly one hand open.
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah, it's almost
Interesting.
like a butterfly knife, a similar motion to get it open. You literally can just kind of break that magnetic hold and flip the pliers open.
I'll have to explore that because that might make it more
Yeah.
valuable too.
That was my thing. I hate being trying to do something and be like,
Yeah. Which one of these do I need?
Yeah.
It's just gonna go get my tools.
yeah. Or pliers
I
or
want-
pliers.
I want a proper screwdriver. Stop
Yeah.
playing with this.
Trying to
pretend
put
thing.
in a whole screw with it's good to tighten something up, but if you're trying to actually drive a screw, no, that's gonna suck with
Yeah.
it. For sure.
Yeah, mine screwdrivers say DeWalt or Moonwalk. Again, I like on switches and stuff that carries 2.5 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Now, I will say the camp kitchen, or going back to that, I am probably not the person to answer that, but lately I've really got into carrying just a 10-inch cast iron. Because for like 2 people, you can cook most of a meal in it.
Okay.
And for one person that's like contributing to a group meal, you can cook a decent chunk of something.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a scuttle because it's got its own legs, and it just
Right.
seems like flat space is at such a premium. Maybe if I was like had a whole rig and was more dialed in, you know, I could get by with like a, maybe a slide out stove or something like that. But I do like scuttle quite a bit.
I mean, currently in the truck lives a jet boil with a French press on it and coffee. As far as that goes, and then I have what is that thing? Camp Chef, maybe? Red one. Must be Camp Chef.
Yeah.
I have a 2-burner Camp Chef that lives in there quite a bit.
Yeah.
And same, but I don't have a cast iron, but I have a 10-inch something.
Yeah.
Something not sticky.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a couple of cast iron we use a lot, but there's one 10-inch that's just good quality, well seasoned. Like unless you just get dumb with it, it doesn't get too burn up on stuff. So
yeah, mine's probably just robbed from the house. I probably stole it from my wife or my kitchen. I guess my kitchen, her kitchen. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not probably politically incorrect there. It's probably not my wife's.
I mean, we have a kitchen. I've seen it.
Yeah.
So anything else? I mean, the other thing I was to say for tools and
yeah, if you could go into like actual tools, like what actual tools do you bring and what makes sense?
Oh, well, my stuff lives in the truck all the time. Like 90% of my tools that I own.
Product plug, the tool pouch roll from Blue Ridge Overlander is fantastic.
Yeah.
Holds just about all the tools you need for most vehicle repairs.
Outside of my like power tools and like woodworking specific stuff, like if it's for turning nuts, bolts, screws, like it just stays in my truck.
Yeah, I would need a semi trailer.
Yeah. Matt would need
my tool collection.
You'd have to have like a dedicated LMTV. Like
yeah, it might be too extensive or too stupid. I don't know which. Yeah, I mean, I carry one of our tool bags, obviously, pretty full. Matter of fact, it's laid out flat, and I've been driving around with it open in the back of my truck, because it got rained on. I was working on a horse trailer, and it started to pour, and and I couldn't quit. So I finished, and it was soaking wet. So I just left all the zippers open and laid it out flat on the truck today, and to let it dry out.
Now, I will say something for camp tools. I consider lighting like integral because I do a lot of camping in the winter and fall where, not like now where the sun goes down at 8:30 or whatever. And I have really went through a lot of headlamps and I've went through quite a few flashlights, but this is not a product plug because we carry it because honestly, I don't think we got them in stock. But Phoenix HM50R, which is both a like pocket-sized flashlight and a headlamp, is one of the best lights I've ever owned.
Is that the bigger one?
The smaller one.
That's the smaller one. Okay,
smaller
so
right angle one. Yeah,
I keep the right angle one attached to my EDC pouch, and it goes with me everywhere all the time.
Yeah,
and then I keep a Phoenix headlamp that I've had for 8 years, 7 years, I don't know, something like that. It just lives in the console of the truck.
Yeah, no, my 50R is either in my bag or in my truck, and I've got the bigger one that we both have. I can't think, like the 70 something that stays on the nightstand. It's got a magnetic tail cap. It stays right next to the pistol on a metal bedside lamp, so like there's no knocking it off. I just don't like the switch.
Why do you have it next to why do you have it next to your gun? What's the
just a flashlight and gun.
You don't have a flashlight on the gun?
No, not for that's my carry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, it's a subcompact. I try not to strap too much crap to it.
Yeah, I was just strapping one of mine. I mean, anyway.
Oh, did you put a light on your new one?
I have not, but that's where I'm going.
Yeah.
My that's my truck gun. My nightstand gun is a different gun. It is.
Yeah. Well,
it has a light.
That's where the pistol lives at night. There's a pump shotgun, like 6 inches from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not short on.
But the bigger light. Getting back to the Phoenix, and I hope they remedy this. The 70 series ones. I don't like the sequence of the controls as much as I do the HM50R. Because the HM50Rs, when you turn it on, it goes back to the last brightness you were on.
Yeah.
Then you can go through them. But if it's off and you just double click, it goes straight to red.
Yeah.
Whereas the bigger one has this weird like
the whole menu you cycle through.
Yeah, hold so many seconds to go to red, but if you're not careful, you hold so many seconds and you go to lockout.
Right.
Which in my experience, suddenly seconds mean something different when you're trying to unlock it, because I never can get that on the first try. Because I think when you hold the lockout, time dilation also goes into effect.
yeah.
Because it feels like you have to stand there for a day.
Yep. Inception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or I guess I was about to say Interstellar.
yeah.
I'm mixing my.
Interstellar. Wait,
my
what's
bad
the
metaphors.
what's it have to
Oh,
be?
time time dilation.
Wait,
No, but what's the quantum something anyway?
Oh,
Quantum
I only saw it once, so I don't remember that much about it.
But yeah. I'm
I'm not even sure what we're talking about.
Yeah,
solid,
wow.
But I
Did you guys hear that rush of wind? That was actually us turning hard left into a tangent.
Yeah,
Christopher
I'm
Nolan
not
movie.
even
Let's
sure.
go.
I'm not even sure whether. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Tenet when you turn your light on, time it starts going backwards.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
it might be good in some situations.
Still, I got nothing.
Throwing that out there. I do like Christopher Nolan films, everyone. When
don't
I
even know
watched
who
Tenet,
Christopher Nolan is.
He's a movie director.
oh yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming he's had something to do with movies. but-
Inception, Interstellar, Tenet, the Batman series with Christian Bale.
Batman, I've heard of.
Yeah, the Christian Bale ones.
I don't
But-
know who Christian Bell is.
Yeah. Yeah, but Tenet literally, like, it stopped, and I immediately went, I have to watch that again
Yeah,
to like understand all of it.
yeah. I do need to catch it again. I don't know where we were. I don't even know where to pick this up again.
It's like speaking a foreign language. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
I do like a headlamp as well. I tend to like wear it around my neck
Yeah, I mean,
when I like go to sleep, so that if like I have to get up in the middle of the night, I'm not like digging all around.
yeah. I'm trying to think of any other like on the trail tools. I mean, like navigation's a big one for me. Like I just like maps. So like even if I'm just out like poking around, I've got Onyx running.
Yeah, I will say I do like I am a map fan in general,
Yeah.
whether that's paper maps or whatever.
Yeah.
I like to look at shit.
Yeah, no.
I like elevation lines and
Yeah.
I like topo maps.
One of my
like,
favorite pieces of like old school broad gear. I have a really cool map case that you used to do that has the patterned webbing, and I keep
yeah.
three or four DeLormes are in there in the truck all the time for like this. The state.
That's all that'll hold,
Mhm.
right? Is
Yeah, I've got some other like smaller maps in there, but like it'll hold 3 DeLormes easy.
is it the trip planning bag or is it the smaller one
The one with
that
the
just
Velcro,
Velcros?
No, mine has toggles.
Oh, okay,
Then it
okay.
is a
Trip
trip-
planning bag.
Yeah, and it's like the
just
weird
pull-
neoprene kind of padding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really early trip planning bag.
Yeah. One of the original ones.
Yeah, I've got-
Those are nice.
3 or 4 DeLormes and some just random.
Yeah, that'll hold quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that for atlases.
Yeah.
That's what we've always used, like
Hmm.
going out west and stuff.
There's
Like,
actually a
kinda
spot
cool.
under my back seat that's like perfect for that. Like it lays in the tray.
Yeah.
So actually, right now it's on the kitchen table because I was looking at some maps like around here the other day. So
And you're not using your Onyx.
no, well, usually both. One and the same. Like I like having stuff on the computer, but sometimes I would need to be like, yeah, there's a line on an X, but like, what did DeLorme say about this when they printed this 10 years ago? So,
What line? What is this really?
yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, air compressor. That's another thing I include in like camp tools, truck tools that stays in my truck full time. P88 via air, nothing fancy. Did add a 2-hose end deflate to it, so
Oh, nice.
it just makes things faster.
I'm a little disappointed to say that my current air compressor situation is lacking. I do have a DeWalt 24 volt or 20 volt little tiny thing.
Because you
that's
just
in the
switched
truck.
vehicles because the
I
pump was
did.
in your last one.
Right, because I had a York in the last one, and it was spectacular. Thank you, Jeremy.
And that was a
Um,
whole new definition of onboard. Like there's onboard air, and then there's that.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I mean, it is awesome. I still have the truck. If anybody wants Suburban, call me because
It has a York compressor
I'm-
built
I'm-
in.
I'm
It's
wavering.
dialed in. It's spectacular.
it is spectacular.
You've got a nice organization built out.
I really have trouble. I had trouble like putting it up for sale.
Yeah.
Because I just
Mhm.
really like the truck, and I fight with it. I don't need both of them,
Yeah.
but I haven't been able to bring myself to sell the other one. And
The Prospector is cool. I mean, and it's an AEV build that I think they do things really well. But you took that Suburban and really went a cool direction with it.
I love the Suburban. Yeah.
So maybe it'll be once the minivan comes into full effect.
I would have to get rid of it to get the minivan.
Yeah.
I think is what would.
I don't know if this will help
And
Matt
then I
or
have
hurt Matt, but let me just give you like police center console on the York onboard air with like you've got connections at front and back, right?
No, I just have in the front right now.
Oh, just in the front. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, buckstop bumper, roof rack,
Yeah.
It,
and an amazing like
it's got
drawer slash
airbags in the back.
drawer slash organization in the
Yeah,
back,
it
French
has
slide,
air springs.
It's got
Wii boost.
a solar panel
Has a
on
wheat
the
boost
on the hood, which
Yeah.
is pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything set up to run off of a Garmin switch pod,
Yeah.
or it's on a Garmin
Mhm.
switch pod, so you can run it off your
got a
Garmin accessory.
It's got a
Did you
battery
take
in
your
it.
Backup
Yeti
camera.
situation out of it? Was that pulled?
I mean, it's not in it right now, but that's 3 seconds and 2 plugs. You know,
Yeah,
it just
I
goes
didn't know if that
back
was
in.
included. A
I wouldn't-
Yeti, a Gold
They
Zero
just need to
Yeti.
make the right offer, you know.
I mean, yeah, it has 15. I have a 1500 that runs everything.
Yeah, with the
but-
car kit.
with car kit.
Yep. So it charges on the solar, you know.
Yeah, and or off when
I
the
think we
car's
should stop.
running,
We're-
and it has a shore power plug,
Yeah.
so with a NOCO that charges everything, or you can run pure shore power.
I'm not sure if we're
off the-
convincing listeners.
Yeah,
to buy
no,
it
right,
you
or me to keep
right
it. I
now.
know, right? That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, like we
like
just.
everything I ever wanted is done to that truck.
I watched Matt's
Like,
eyes kind of.
I know.
Over.
I'm like everything that I want in a vehicle like that is done to it.
Yeah.
Like minus the putting a York on my minivan, I would probably do everything the exact same on my minivan. And then, but I don't need a minivan. What I need is Jeremy's van, but I don't need Jeremy's van because I shouldn't have Jeremy's van because
Jeremy should have Jeremy's van.
Jeremy has Jeremy's van.
So we just need to get
and then I
another
can't-
one.
And then he's not selling it yet, but he will. So I mean,
Yeah.
I know
We
that
have
It's a
faith.
waiting game.
it might be a little bit of a waiting
Because
game.
builders, they always have to build something new. So he's finished the van,
Right.
or at least almost. So then he'll get the itch again. So then he has to start
He's-
looking.
He's a year out, I think.
Okay.
I mean, I have so many things that I want to own for a short period of time that
Yeah.
the problem is the van would be a longer term own for me
Yeah, because I mean.
because I either cycle through or they die there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not I don't have a middle ground. Like
Right.
they go a couple years maybe, and then I'm like, I'm tired of this, and I want a Cayenne, a Porsche Cayenne, which is on my list. Or I'm never ever gonna get rid. Hence, I've got a 2007 one-ton truck that will die there. I mean, it just
No, I'm with you. I think it would for me. I'm all about like one vehicle for the trails for road family travel daily driver. If I had that van, I think I would have to have a daily.
yeah. No, that probably would make the most sense.
Yeah.
I want something that tows 10,000. That van, I don't think could quite do that, but
I would have like that, and then like some sort of little cheap beater truck or something like that. Like
yeah, maybe. I don't know. The problem is I have so many vehicles right now. I need to thin the herd before I do anything else.
if you want an 80 series now, whereas it might be tough to buy the Suburban, I don't think it would be hard to buy an 80 series.
I could probably sell the 80. I have delusions of like putting it back together, maybe doing a V8 swap in it because that's what it really needs. But
And is it running right now, or does it need work? The 80.
I mean, I can get it running.
Oh,
I mean, I can start it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it will run and drive. I did tow it here, but it will run and drive.
So these
just
are now
around-
2 vehicles.
Yeah, yeah.
Dear viewers at home, if you're interested in, just let us know in a comment down
Please-
below. Email us, call
Yeah,
us.
80 series
vehicles
or
for
a
you.
Suburban, fully built Suburban, coolest Suburban you'll ever see. Remind me, is this the 80 that's like not very high miles,
No, this is the one that's got 320 on it.
but doesn't really have any problems? Like it's pretty solid for.
So it is probably the frame on this 80 is probably the cleanest one I've ever seen.
Okay.
It has 320,000 miles, and there's a monkey in there with a hammer. He wails away on the inside of that motor. I mean, he's in there, and he can keep time, man. He's banging for all his
Wait, this
worth.
is the one that people will ask you if it's a diesel conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just.
Oh, what? How did you do the diesel conversion?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Very carefully.
I hired a small monkey in there to beat on it. So anyway, there's a monkey inside that motor with a hammer, which is why it's the perfect candidate for a V8 swap. An LS swap, it would be awesome.
Interior's in pretty good shape. Like
Interior's not bad.
yeah, for
Yeah.
a 90-something user. Yeah.
Yeah. For right. It's not bad. It would need a door. And like it's weird. The places that 80s are bad, this one isn't.
Mhm.
Like the tailgate's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, and most of them have that rust piece around the tailgate.
Yeah.
There's no rust on the tailgate. There's no rust where the spare tire goes.
Yeah.
All the places that you look on an 80 and go, oh yeah, there it is. I found it. This one has none of that. It does have 2 dented doors and
And maybe needs an engine, but
Well, but like you said, it has all the right things if you were gonna
Yeah, I mean,
LS
if you were
swap it.
committed to the
Yeah,
to the
because then
upgrade.
I wouldn't feel bad about bastardizing it, right? Like I
Right.
wouldn't feel bad about I didn't put the 4 back in it. I'm horrible. It's
Yeah,
not a Toyota
this is where you
anymore.
want to start if you're doing like a conversion.
Right,
Like,
right.
You're not going to convert a low miles,
Right.
like perfectly running one.
Right. And it's
And-
drive straight and everything on it's tight, like
Yeah.
steering's tight, it just all that stuff is really good on it. Anyway, okay. So I've almost talked myself out of not selling that
So,
too. You guys aren't helping me at all.
Thanks for
I-
thanks for coming into our favorite camp tools and why Matt will never sell any of his rigs. This has been the latest
that's
episode.
not true. I sell a lot.
He sold the van.
I sold the van. I sold my other 80. I mean, I've been through a
Yeah.
lot of rides. I was going down through the list because somebody asked me one time how many vehicles have you had, and I was like at 38 or 40 or something
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I
That's like
I
what
will sell.
Rodney Dewson's had in the last 24 months.
No, I think I've got Rodney. Lifetime, I've got Rodney beat. I don't have Rodney beat in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. Rodney like found a stride.
But I've been doing that for a long time, 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah.
I may have 3 or 4 vehicles, and there's 2 new ones and 2 old
Yeah.
ones, and the 2 old ones
Yeah.
become the 2 new ones.
You don't swap as fast, but you have more going at a
Yeah,
time.
I've more in the cycle.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny. We're talking like the 80 is right over here. Well, Matt's Project Jeep is right back there.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I have a CJ7 too. Yeah, I got
yeah, that is mostly in parts.
It is.
So if
that
you
was
live in
another
Central
one that, like,
Virginia and you are really good, and
new
you want to
clutch.
redo a CJ7 for Matt, let us.
That's true. I am looking for somebody. Actually, most of the work is done. Got a new clutch in it. Everything runs really well. Body is most of the all the metal's been redone. I mean, I've put metal back in it. All that's done. I have all the trim work. I mean, I have all the molding. I have all that shit ready. I have fender flares. I have everything for it. I just need somebody to paint it and put that back together because that is not my gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a really nice CJ7 that needs to be finished.
Needs a little TLC, some body work.
Needs a little, yeah. I mean, and not the body work isn't like bad. It's just finishing out
Just
like
painting.
where stuff has been and most of that's even done.
Yeah.
Like it really mostly just needs. Yeah, finish.
What would you
some of it.
take for the 80?
I don't know.
Like if you had to put a number on it.
I don't know.
Give
I
the
don't- I
people
don't
what
know.
they
I
want.
have huge mixed emotions about it.
All right, we're not here to cause emotional distress.
I know. I
At
don't-
least
I
for
couldn't-
you.
I couldn't do it. Right. I don't think I could do it today.
So
Well, that has been.
If you
one
want to
of-
make an offer, you never know.
that's-
Catch me on the right day, I'd never let you drag it away. But
Yeah,
today's not that day, apparently, because I can't even put a number to it.
we did pretty well up until the last part. That was like, oh, we're really staying on topic. Ooh, glad that's out of our system.
Pizza. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
move on.
Well, hey, thanks for listening to another episode of the Overland Bonfire from Blue Ridge Overland Gear. We will catch you at the next episode.
Aye.
You've wasted another perfectly good hour listening to the Blue Ridge Bonfire. Shop our gear at BlueRidgeOverlandGear.com, where sissies are as welcome as a nail in the tire. Get equipped, get organized. I'll see you there.